Jim and Josh play tennis every Saturday morning. They are big-time rivals and matches tend to get very competitive. One of them is definitely going to lose though. Take a look at the picture. Can you guess who? It's Jim. He probably didn't notice, but he has an electric racket. It's going to be really hard to play tennis like that. Ellis needed a doctor's appointment, so he went to the hospital for a checkup. When he arrived, there were 3 doctors available, but looking at them, he got very suspicious. One of them didn't look like a real doctor. Take a look at the image. Can you figure out who is the fake? It's the 3rd doctor. He is hiding his real clothes behind him in a box. Plus, it looks like he is still wearing one of his red socks. Joel was an artist living in New York. One day, he got a call from his agent saying he had booked a gig in Boston. He pulled an all-nighter to get there soon the next day. As soon as he arrived in Boston, he discovered he had a flat tire. But somehow he made it all the way without any trouble. How is that possible? That's easy. The punctured tire was his spare one. Mary found the record of someone who was 25 years old in 2000 but was 20 years old in 2005. How is that even possible? That's because that person lived before the current common era. We used to count backwards at that time. Mr. Kinney was preparing his will. He was a wealthy man who had 3 daughters. He told his 3 daughters to boil water. The daughter whose kettle boiled first would win the garden estate. Jenny, the youngest daughter, won it. Looking at the picture, can you guess why? The other daughters kept checking by lifting the lid, while Jenny kept hers closed, making it boil faster. Hannah runs a dance show. She arrived in Finland with the 3 best dancers to perform during the winter holidays. On the first day of the trip, Hannah started to feel really bad and was taken to the doctor. After examining Hannah, the doctor claimed that someone had poisoned the girl. Hannah's manager flew in to interrogate each one of the dancers and find out if they'd had anything to do with what happened to Hannah. Kira said that she and the other girls had left the hotel early in the morning to explore the city. She also mentioned that Hannah had stayed behind to do a conference call in her room. Pam said she had spent the afternoon swimming at the beach and that when she returned, she noticed Hannah was looking pretty bad. April said she decided to go to the museum all by herself since the other girls didn't want to join her. Hannah's manager noticed the girls' testimonies didn't match and that it was definitely one of them who'd done it. Can you guess who is the culprit? It was Pam. She mentioned she'd gone to the beach, but it's wintertime in Finland. The water is freezing and mainly frozen this time of the year. She should have worked better on her alibi. The officer said that one of the actors from that night's show was a runaway criminal. There were 4 actors playing Joker, but one of them was a fake. Take a look at their bags. Can you figure out who the criminal is? It's the owner of the 3rd bag. Vampires never carry around garlic, you know that. He must be the runaway. Felicity was 10 weeks pregnant when she decided to try a new doctor in town. The doctor did an ultrasound of her belly and gladly said, "Ah, it's a boy." Felicity looked confused and said, "No, I'm pretty sure I'm having twins." The doctor was the one that looked confused after Felicity's answer. Take a look at both women. Can you tell who is right? Felicity is right. I mean, take a look at this doctor. She isn't even a real doctor in the first place. She's not wearing proper medical attire, and she doesn't look like she knows what she is doing. Alex watched one too many Indiana Jones movies and decided to go to Egypt to explore ancient monuments. He spent days and days walking underground to try to find something valuable. One morning, when exploring a crypt, he ran into a huge wall full of symbols. Among the symbols, there was an encrypted message. It went like this. Can you help Alex figure out the encoded message? This is not an easy one, but here's how it works. Sun has 3 letters, Moon has 4 letters, and Waves has 5 letters. So the encrypted message is the number sequence, 6, 8, 10. Way to go, you! Dr. O'Brien invented a time machine and traveled all the way back to prehistoric times. Take a look at this picture and see if you can spot Dr. O'Brien amongst the other prehistoric people carrying out their activities. That's easy. It's the guy with the flashlight. He must have taken one with him when he time traveled. Mia is a ghost hunter. Take a look at the mirrors. Can you spot which mirror is reflecting the ghost, just like Mia did? Let's see. Every reflection looks like Mia. But hey, take a look at the third mirror. Mia is wearing her smartwatch, but her reflection in the mirror isn't. This must be the ghost pretending to be her. Way to go, Mia, for busting yet another ghost. Betty and her younger sister were kidnapped by a town villain. They woke up in a dark basement filled with many corridors. Suddenly, from each of the 3 directions standing before them, a man appears. Each of them said they were kidnapped too, and they knew the way out. But your suspicion tells you only one of them is telling the truth, while the other 2 are probably working for the villain and will take you back as hostage. If you had to help them to choose one of these men, which one would it be? If you have an eye for detail, you probably noticed that the second man has bruises on his arms. He probably really did escape from the evil man. Betty and her sister should trust this dude and run away with his help. Mike, Bob, and Percy were planning on proposing to their high school sweethearts at today's ball. They prepared everything, from the ring to the song that was going to play, when the 3 of them popped the question. The night felt strange, and one of the guys was in extreme danger. Take a look at the couples. Which one of them might lose their life if they propose? It's Bob. Look at his partner's reflection on that mirror across the room. She is actually a witch disguised as Bob's girlfriend. He's in grave danger.